So 2 weeks ago, the Border Patrol, these are great people, Border Patrol agents. These are people that know more about the border than anybody will ever know, other than, of course, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who endorsed me, right? Sheriff Joe knows about the border, and he endorsed me. And 2 weeks ago, I got a call that the Border Patrol wants to endorse you. They've never endorsed a candidate for president ever in their history. And 16,500 Border Patrol agents endorsed me. And when I spoke to one of the top people, I said, let me ask you this question, because it's very important to me, because I'm always flexible. Let me ask you this. It's a very important question. You're endorsing me, and you want to see it stopped. How bad is it? They said, Mr. Trump, you have no idea. We have the equipment. We have everything. We're told to stand back and let people just flow across like Swiss cheese, okay? I said to him, so I think we need the wall. How important is the wall? To the Border Patrol people. They said, Mr. Trump, it's absolutely vital. And actually, the one man said something that was interesting. He said, it's an absolutely important tool, maybe our most important tool to stop what's going on, Mr. Trump. So I felt good when he said that, because I don't want to be wasting a lot of time, folks. And you know what? If I didn't think it was going to work, I could turn that off in 2 seconds, and I think people would understand. But when I asked the people that know more about the border than anybody, how important is the wall, and they tell me it is absolutely vital, and in the other words, it's a vital tool, it's an important tool, it's maybe the most important tool that they can think of. We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. 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 Build that wall.
Democracy, where they have the greatest disparity in wealth. It's one of the wealthiest countries in the hemisphere. And because of a corrupt system that exists in Mexico, there is the 1% of the population at the top, a very small middle class, and the rest is abject poverty. Folks, I voted for a fence. I voted, unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it, I voted for 700-mile fence. But let me tell you, we can build a fence 40 stories high, unless it changes the dynamic in Mexico. And you will not like this, and punish American employers who knowingly violate the law when, in fact, they hire illegals. Unless you do those two things, all the rest is window dressing. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say it that bluntly, but they're the facts. They're the facts. And so everything else we do is in between here. Everything else we do is at the margin. The reason why why I believe the fence is needed is not related to immigration as much as to drugs. I'm the guy that wrote the National Crime Bill. I'm the guy that wrote the National Drug Act. I'm the guy that wrote the law that set up a drug czar. But let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin. It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico. So I would have, as they say in the southern part of my state, I'd have an altar call with those boys. I'd have a little come of the Lord meeting. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. Any of you know about me. I've been doing this a long time. I've known every single major world leader in every country for the past 20 years. And I know a lot of them well because they came up like you guys do business. I've been a senator, only 4 senators served longer than me in the history of the United States Senate. There's 44 senators. The bottom line, folks, is we got to level with these folks. Don't tell me in Mexico, do you expect to get the same kind of treatment?
Biden, as a presidential candidate in 2008, you supported the border wall, saying, unlike most Democrats, I voted for 700 miles of fence. This is what you said. Then you served as vice president in an administration that deported 3 million people, the most ever in U.S. history. Did you do anything to prevent those deportations? I mean, you've been asked this question before and refused to answer, so let me try it once again. Are you prepared to say tonight that you and President Obama made a mistake about deportations? Why should Latinos trust you?
What Latinos should look at is comparing this president to the president we have is outrageous, number one. We didn't lock people up in cages. We didn't separate families. We didn't do all of those things, number one. Number two, by the time this is the president who came along with the DACA program. No one had ever done that before. This is the president who sent legislation to the desk saying he wants to find a pathway for the 11 million undocumented in the United States of America. This is the president who's done a great deal. So I'm proud to have served with him. What I would do as president is several more things, because things have changed. I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come. I would change the order that the president just changed, saying women who were being beaten and abused could no longer claim that as a reason for asylum. And by the way, retrospectively, the 25th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act is up. The Republican Congress has not reauthorized it. Let's put pressure on them to pass the Violence Against Women Act now. But
you didn't answer the question.
Well,
Did you make a mistake with those deportations?
The president did the best thing that was able to be done at the time.
How about you?
I'm the Vice President of the United States.
Hey, good luck. Have a good one. Welcome. Yeah. Dang. So you guys are shuttle service now, huh? Really?
There's no one patrolling the border.
What's that?
There's no one patrolling the border. We just show up and just start grabbing people with backpacks.
Really? How many like this a day?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000 per day. So just totally open. And right there, just through that one hole.
Half full, some down that way.
Wow. 1,000 per day. Holy shit.
Right now.
Holy shit. Bye-bye. So these white vans, they just come down every so often and pick people up?
Yeah, we don't really have enough people to even pick up the ones that are coming across. So
Yeah.
sometimes they're waiting out there a long time and they get tired of waiting and start coming into town.
Because I was just sitting here and they came up to me asking me for help. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? And they're like, do people call in all the time with groups coming up to people and asking for help and stuff? Like,
Yeah, they'll call Ubers, they'll drop them off at the station.
wow. Is there a certain time or is it just all day long?
All day.
Wow. Take it easy, brother.